Hi, beautiful Scorpios. I'm Sunny. This is a general collective end of the year message. I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to all. I'm just going to tell you what I see the last week of 2024. If that was hard, then it's not for you. But if you're interested, there's another message that brought us here that's linked in the script below. So, Scorpios, what's going on for the last week of 2024 for our beautiful Scorpios? Okay. Okay, Gemini, Virgo, energy. Somebody's at a crossroads of what to do, but what they see is they're not trying to put their gifts into something that's not aligned. It's like, I'm not going to put all my wonderfulness, all my energy in someone or something that just feels like that's not for you, to say the least. It's like you want to be sure before you're all in going forward. Whoever this is for. No, you gotta have a seat. Come on. No. Come on, have a seat. Because you're not gonna do that. Poppers, sit. Sit right here. Be a good boy and sit down. Thank you. Have a seat. Like a good boy. Okay. So, it feels as if someone here is not motivated. It feels, or not interested in to engage in something. It just feels like that it's not going to be reciprocity, or it just feels like someone is in this mode of not trying to be the fixer or be the one to carry more than they need to. It's like somebody see that if the other person is not putting in the effort, it just keeps it pushing. It's like this is what somebody's trying to figure out going forward. They don't want to assume or have expectations. They just more or less want to see, is this happening? I'm just going to say somebody felt that they was left out in the cold. So because someone is trying to see if it's a possible reconciliation or recovery, it's just like, again, it's somebody need more information. I mean, before any changes are made. Yeah. Aries here. One thing for certain, two things for sure. What somebody's not trying to do, it feels, put themselves in a position, again, where their heart isn't protected. It's like someone realized that there's a new phase that they're in, where gone is the days that someone is sitting here doing all these amazing things, and then there's a big question, is this going forward? But also I feel too that there's somebody that's motivated to fix things because they was wrong. They feel like they want an opportunity to make it right if it's possible. Libra energy is here. Listen, you need to have a seat or you're going to leave. Thank you. Have a seat, Poppies. No, all the way down. No. Love you too. Look at you. You pushing my table. You got to go. Come on. Let's go. You come back when I'm done. Because this is why I had to stop the other day. Come on. Let's go. Come on, baby. Out here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Wait out here until I'm done. So, that's where somebody is really feel is kind of in limbo, because it's like somebody want to see, but then it's not going to exude unnecessary energy if it's not going to work. It's like, I'm not forcing something that don't fit, and this is what somebody's definitely not trying to do at all going forward. Okay, let's get the rest of this read. How beautiful Scorpios, please. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely not interested in that breadcrumby, like, OMG, it's a casual with someone possibly be getting more attention. It just feels like somebody's not trying to be friend zone. This is something more intense that somebody is reconsidering. Oh, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces energy. Again, it keeps showing that someone here, as good as the intuition is really still have a lot of apprehension and doubt. In the process of healing, I think it could be guilt too, because it feels like it's 2 points of view where somebody wants to recover a relationship, but not in a sense of it not being even better than it was before. Like, it just feels like somebody is not sure if they want to invest in the long term, depending on if it feels right. If it feels like it's headed in the right direction, then it feels like somebody's willing. But if it's going to be an uphill battle, it's like, no, I pass totally. Oh, shit, I see. Oh, so many cards. So many cards. It's basically saying somebody was feeling burdened by the fact that it was like a stalemate. Somebody want to do things right, but it just feels like, OMG, it's not, a lot is not being said, and I don't know, we're going to see. We're going to see. It's like a lot that's not being said, but there's a lot that somebody want to do. You know, Cancer, Pisces, it feels like emotionally somebody's no longer confused, but it's more or less, it just feels like they're not sure how the other person is going to respond. And it just feels like the only way to know is to, it really feels go for it, but again, somebody's not sure if they should. And I think it's because they was the one who initiated the breakup. You know. Yeah. That's why it feels like it's not this long-term possibility, Because again, the value of the relationship has changed. And it's like somebody want to know, oh, can we get this back again? Can it be better than before? Yeah, somebody want this nurturing, loving, growing relationship. Now, again, it's an independence that's with this Queen of Pentacles. But it's still someone who refused to give any of this abundance with someone that's not trustworthy. Yeah, somebody's at a crossroad about what to do about this connection that they feel. And, you know, the interesting thing is like only if there's a victory. It's like somebody's not trying to be embarrassed, you know. Okay. Let's see if we can get advice and outcome. Last week of 2024. Scorpio. This is for our beautiful Scorpios. Alright, Scorpios, advice and outcome. Last week of 2024. Okay. Okay, so with the Five of Cups, someone is disappointed. It really feels over the action, communication. It's like, it feels like everything that's being said or done between you and this person is not getting to the meat and potatoes of what it is. It's like you're dancing around it. And for some of you, it's feeling like, OMG, let's just do it. But it's like neither one is like making the move that I see. So somebody's taking action. Something's going to be done, so it could be a new beginning. Somebody's going to know either with this person or they own someone else. Either way, there's new steps. Sorry, not sorry. Somebody see that it feels like that hesitation is for a reason. Okay? This is what someone feels. Cancer, Pisces, like, oh, there's a reason why this didn't take off, or you know, when somebody feel like, oh, I'm talking to this type of crowd, so you should know that feeling of, it's a reason why. Signs and synchronicities. Every time somebody's going to say something, something came up or was done to let us say, oh, this is not the right timing. Until somebody sees never was the right timing, and it was a reason that the separation happened in the first place. At this point, it may have been, it feels like a new beginnings with somebody was supposed to have even back then. You know, it sounds good to get back together until you realize why y'all broke up in the first place. Let me just say, action, communication brings happiness, where it shows that even if it's not ideally what someone wants, it's what somebody needed. Yep, and it really feels like the action is somebody facing their fears, and it just feels like it had to be done, even if it don't produce the results that someone wants. But let me just say this. There's an illumination that comes from this nurturing energy that if somebody thought was in someone else, they see it's in themselves completely. And it's like, yeah, there's no more. It just feel like feel like there's something that was unjust, unfair, and it just feels like it's being handled. Even if it's not by you, because somebody definitely want to roll up their sleeves and get it done, but it feels like certain things may not be in our hands to do it anymore. See? Somebody here is like, you know what? It's not forcing something that don't fit, even something don't seem right. It just feels like it's still clarity. It still feels like it's cutting whatever chains, ties that you need to see clearly to have your happiness going forward. And it keeps telling me with or without this person. Let's see. That was too many, but I'm going to tell you what it shows. There's too many, but it shows that, again, it probably is hurting someone because of what it costs. Again, financially, it could have been something, an investment here that you're recovering from, but you realize for some of you, you know, your day-to-day in peace is more valuable type of thing. Ooh. Yeah, definitely feels that way. Okay, too many cards. But the same ones came through. This is what I want to say. So when I pull cards back in the deck, it's not like, oh, she's pulling out the cards the way she wants. No, it's sometimes I don't know the order. And it confirms that the cards is going to come out. The same cards came out all the time. I'm just a messenger. I'm just don't sometimes see the order. But it definitely shows somebody knows their worth and is bigger than the cost of somebody thinking that even if somebody's supposed to compensate you, it's like, it just feels like for some of you, you know, it's not worth your peace. You know, with the Nine of Wands, you've been through a lot of shenanigans, but you still got to end to see the beautiful horizon. Still got to withstand. You still see the forest from the trees, which is a beautiful thing. I see things turning in your favor. And it feels like here, whoever was a player is going to, it just shows, let me be sure. It just feels like for everyone who do certain things that's not favorable, it just feels like eventually for some you don't have to see the consequences, but they come. And I really feel like this person here, whoever this was, who was just in and out, when it gonna get tough, they disappear. It just feels like they see how heavy it is because the problem don't go anywhere. Okay, so we have Aries, Leo, and Libra. Capricorn, let's talk about how beautiful it is that someone want to start brand new and cut the chains. Cut the chains of the toxic, karmic, trauma bond relationship. Whatever it is that someone felt like they was holding on with so many stipulations for some reason. It's like, you know what? Handling this was the beautiful thing that someone could have done because it just denying access of something that was hurting someone so much. Definitely see someone was invested, but to keep going forward, it doesn't make sense. And that's what it shows. Even though someone was invested, it's like, let me cut my losses for the sake of my own peace, happiness. And it could, somebody could probably owe you, but it's like they're gonna pay what they weigh. You have brighter days. It feels like your wish fulfillment comes from the fact that you can let this go. You can let this go. You can pour into the things you need. Because at one point, somebody felt stuck, sad, and it's like, with justice in reverse and judgment in reverse, it just feels like, again, you know, this feeling of something's unfair, but it's not no reason for you to stay there. You know, because it feels like something being unfair from the other point of view. They're not trying to free you from that stress. So it's more or less, it's up to you to focus on the great things that you have. Yeah, look at this King of Pentacles. And the Queen is right there. It just feels like even as strong as this pair was, there was an insecurity that came with one person not seeing the long term because it was all these fears of what they didn't have and what they need instead of looking at these endless possibilities. It could be a fellow water sign or earth sign. You definitely feel like somebody wants to reconcile, but again, it wasn't even, if you know, when they talk about how forgiveness is really about you, it's saying like even this reconciliation, this was about someone here trying to make something right when they started to see they didn't do anything wrong. You know, I'm not saying anything at all. I mean, what was done, maybe how it was done wasn't right, but it was needed to be done to separate if you needed to part from someone in your life. And it shows that somebody's taking their time to see, crossing T's, dotting I's, because you could tell someone, you know, as far as somebody telling you, no, there's nothing wrong with what you did, and you could totally see now, you know, it took time to see, wait a minute, this is about your day-to-day, this is about your peace, this is about, some of you been through some BS, this is, so, you know, when somebody been through some stuff, so it's really not possible for them to really have the tools to be a good partner in a relationship. Virgo energy. It looks like because someone knows they've been through some BS, they also know that they need to take the time they need to truly heal and not focus really on whatever that relationship was, because that was just, it feels like one of the symptoms, you know, and now somebody's starting to see, wait a minute, my wish fulfillment is about me. Beautiful energy. I mean, this is a new year coming in, so people a lot of times do some deep reflecting, compromise. Within the next few months. So it feels like, okay, for some of you, there's success. And it shows in the next few months where I feel like there may be some negotiation in play. Choose a new direction. It also shows even wait for the right timing to see the synchronicities that you need. And it says meditation brings answers, definitely prayer. And also being in your zone to where that outside noise ain't affecting you. Definitely show that you will have success. And it really feels like, again, when it comes down to reconsiderations, it's basically saying for some of you, it's not necessary because you're going to see there's a reason why I was rejected in the first place. I'll leave that there, love and light. Laters.